Good evening. Welcome to the 2021 installation ceremony of the officers and directors of the Realtor Association of Central Massachusetts. My name is Colleen Pappas. I am the CEO of the association, and it is my honor to welcome you to this event.
RACM, that's who we are.
RACM, that's who we are.
RACM, that's who we are.
RACM, this is who we are.
RACM, that's who we are.
RACM, that's who we are.
RACM, that's who we are.
Before we begin tonight's program, we would like to take one moment of silence to recognize those members we may have lost this year. Please join us. Before we begin, we would just like to take a minute to thank our sponsors who, without their support, we could never have held the many events that we've had this year. First, Platinum sponsors, Webster 5, Prestige Home Mortgage, Residential Mortgage Services, Homebridge Financial Services, Fairway Independent Mortgage Corp., Cantiani Insurance Agency. Thank you, Platinum sponsors. Our Gold sponsors are Security First Mortgage Funding, MLS PIN, Fidelity Bank, Cornerstone Bank, Country Bank, and Bank of Canton. Thank you, Gold sponsors. Our Silver sponsors include St. Mary's Credit Union, NARAP Central Massachusetts, Cotsy's LaPointe PC, and Digital Federal Credit Union. Thank you, Silver sponsors. And our Bronze sponsors for 2020 include 10 Mangoes Photography, Ross Mortgage Company, the Law Office of Jessica Albino, and IC Federal Credit Union. Thank you, Bronze sponsors, and all our sponsors. Again, thank you for your continued support throughout the years. At this point in the program, we would like to take a minute to thank our 2020 major investors. A major investor is a member who has contributed over $1,000 to the Realtors Political Action Committee. This year's Sterling R investors include Andrew Abu, Cherie Benoit, Kevin Bergen, Kathy Condon, Lauren Demerjian, Michael DeLuca, Sarah Gustafson, Erica Hall, Lorraine Herbert, Lee Joseph, Chris Colas, Linda Laney, Mary Beth Lynch, Kathleen McSweeney, Janice Mitchell, William Murphy, Cheryl Edender Taylor, and the Realtor Association of Central Massachusetts. In addition, this year we were fortunate to have a President Circle Crystal R investor, and that would be Tracy Fiorelli. We thank all of our 2020 major investors, and we hope that they will contribute again for 2021. At this point, I would like to welcome the CEO of the Massachusetts Association of Realtors, Teresa Hatton, who would lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, Teresa.
Hello, it's my honor to lead you in the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you kindly stand? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
At this point in the program, I would like to welcome the 2020 President of the Realtor Association of Central Massachusetts, Erica Hall, who who will be giving us her last presidential message. Thank you, Erica.
Hello, everyone. It's Erica Hall, your soon-to-be immediate past president of the Realtor Association of Central Massachusetts. What a year it's been. I heard someone say recently we should never let a perfectly good crisis go to waste. So, reflecting on this year, what did we learn from 2020? The bottom line, realtors are resilient and endlessly creative. Together, we rose to the challenge to innovate our way through 2020. There are so many people who demonstrated tremendous leadership this year. I can't name all of you, but I have to thank some people here. So first and foremost, to all 195 of you who participated on and led committees, thank you for lending your perspectives and experiences to make RACM better. To our broker owners and office managers, thank you for your boots on the ground leadership by example. To our finance team, Treasurer Mary Gale, Joe, and the whole finance committee, thank you for your faithful stewardship of our budget. To our sponsors, thank you for your loyal partnership. To our leadership team, thank you for your strength, passion, and energy, and for attending all the extra meetings that I called this year. To MAR and NAR, thank you for using your state and national platforms to advocate for us. And to our staff, Berkeley, Kerry, Leah, Tammy, Joe, and under the direction of our Chief Executive Officer, Colleen Pappas, thank you for your can-do attitude and your flexibility. You make it look easy. The mission of RACM is to provide members with resources to achieve professional success. 2020 removed the ability for many traditional offerings, but it also forced us to innovate. Looking back on this year, nearly 800 members attended classes and events. Over 200 members attended special town halls in response to COVID-19. Over $3,000 was raised for community action initiatives. 664 of our members, yes, that's 37% of our members, invested in the Realtor Political Action Committee, raising over $35,000 for advocacy, and 113 members completed the C2EX, with another 195 on the way. And now, you have elected Michael DeLuca as incoming president. And I have some good news for you. I've been working closely with Mike in preparation for the transition, and we are in very capable hands with Mike and Colleen at the helm next year. But the impacts of COVID-19 on our economy and on housing are far-reaching. The next 2 years will bring significant challenges. As realtors, we must remain vigilant. Education, advocacy, professionalism, coalition building, financial health are more important now than ever. 1 year ago, I raised my right hand and swore to lead RACM to the best of my ability, come what may, and despite the many challenges of 2021, I wouldn't change the experience. Seeing realtors respond to the COVID-19 crisis quickly, compassionately, and professionally was the best example I have ever seen of what it means to be a realtor. And it has made me prouder than ever to be a realtor. Thank you for entrusting the Realtor Association of Central Mass to my care in 2020. It has been my tremendous honor to serve as your president, and I have every confidence in next year's leadership team. Stay healthy, stay engaged, and best wishes to you and your families for the holiday season.
Erica, on behalf of the Realtor Association of Central Mass, I'd like to thank you for a fabulous year.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mike.
Now we are ready to install our 2021 officers and directors, and I am pleased to welcome the 2021 President of the Massachusetts Association of Realtors, Steve Medeiros, who will be the installing officer. Thank you, Steve.
I am pleased to present the 2021 Board of Directors. Officers: President-elect Kathy McSweeney, Vice President Lorraine Herbert, Secretary Cherie Benoit, Treasurer Leaf Roseland, Immediate Past President Erica Hall, Directors Andrew Abu, Stephanie Bayless, Ejoma Garcia, Lee Joseph, Alan Greenman, John Millen, Claire Rainville, Nathan Stewart, John Valancourt, Susan Vandersite. Alternate Directors: Michael Barbera, Lauren Demersion, Patrick Kennedy, Karina Robles. MAR Directors: Michael DeLuca, Erica Hall, Tracy Fiorelli, Lee Joseph. Alternate MAR Directors: Cherie Benoit, Lorraine Herbert, and Kathy McSweeney. You have been elected this year as leaders of this board, are looked to as leaders in real estate, and are knowledgeable about problems of industry and taxation through communities you serve. Therefore, a greater responsibility rests upon you as the officers and directors of the Realtor Association of Central Massachusetts. During the coming year, you will be identified as the official representatives of your board by the businessmen and women of this community, and must conduct yourselves accordingly. In accepting, you dedicate yourselves to work for the welfare of your fellow realtors, your community, your state, and your nation. Please raise your right hand. You do so solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that you will administer the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability and judgment in conformity with the Constitution and bylaws of your board, that you will observe and enforce the Code of Ethics of the Realtors Association, and that you will uphold and support the State Division of Real Estate in its enforcement of the license law, that you will uphold and support your state and national associations, that you will in all your acts be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and in every manner possible endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interest of our state, the high purposes of your board, and the welcome of its membership. Do you subscribe? You may lower your hands. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I do hereby proclaim each of you to be duly installed into the office of which you have been elected. Congratulations.
And now we have a special treat. The 1999 president of the Realtor Association of Massachusetts, Joanne Simzak, will be the installing officer for 2021 President Mike DeLuca. Joanne and Mike met years ago, and Joanne was Mike's mentor, so we're happy to have her be the installing officer. Thank you, Joanne.
I'm Joanne Simzak, past president for the Board of Realtors, and I'm here to install Michael DeLuca as our board president. The preamble to the Realtor Code of Ethics states that realtors are zealous to maintain and improve the standards of their calling, share with their fellow realtors a common responsibility for its integrity and honor. Your role as president of the Realtor Association of Central Massachusetts places you at the center of this responsibility, and as a guardian of our profession and of property rights. This is nothing less than a fiduciary responsibility, one in which you will be entrusted with preserving and furthering the mission of this association and the livelihoods of its members. Your words and actions will represent this association and, indeed, this profession in the community and in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So remember, the responsibility rests on your shoulders beginning with this moment. Your conduct must be a model of the Realtor Code of Ethics. Your knowledge about the real estate industry must be continuously up to date, and your commitment and attitude about realtor leadership should be inspiring to those who someday will follow you. Always remember to strike a healthy balance between your realtor responsibilities with those of your business. your health, and your family. The integrity and honor you bring to this organization must always be founded on the strength of your business and personal life. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that you will administer the office to which you've been elected to the best of your ability and judgment in conformity with the Constitution and bylaws of this association? That you will enforce the Realtor Code of Ethics, that you will uphold and support the Massachusetts license law and applicable rules, that you will actively support the mission and objectives of this association, as well as those of Massachusetts and National Associations of Realtors, that you will, in all your actions, be governed by the principle of honesty, justice, and fair play, and promote and safeguard the best interest of the Realtor Association and the welfare of its membership. You so subscribe.
I do.
Now, by the virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I do hereby proclaim that you to be duly installed as president. I'll give you your pin.
Read.
I don't need a ladder. This way. Problem is getting it through the thing.
There you go. Thanks.
Congratulations, and we couldn't have picked a better spokesman for our organization. I have known Michael since he started in the business of real estate, and he does truly represent all those things that we hold dear, particularly those of us who've been realtors for a long time. I couldn't be happier with our selection here. Thank you so much for your willingness to serve.
Thank you, Joanne.
And now, before Mike can take the helm, we need to do the ceremonial passing of the gavel, which includes decades of past presidents wishing Mike well in this virtual reality.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now it is my pleasure to introduce the 2021 President of the Realtor Association of Central Massachusetts, Mike DeLuca, to give us his incoming presidential message. Welcome, Mike.
Those of you who don't know me, my name is Mike DeLuca, and I am the 2021 President of the Realtor Association of Central Mass. I'd like to thank everyone for logging in for tonight's installation. To be honest, not what I envisioned. I particularly want to thank the incoming executive team, board of directors, all of our volunteers and staff, and finally the 2021 affiliates. Without everybody's time, expertise, and financial support, we would not be able to achieve our mission, which is to empower our members with the resources to achieve professional success. As I was looking ahead to 2021 and thinking about what I would say, I thought it was important to put things into perspective. A story is always a good way to make a point, so please bear with me for a few minutes as I tell a story a friend recently sent me. Imagine you were born in 1900. On your 14th birthday, World War I starts and ends on your 18th birthday. 22 million people perish in that war. Later in the year, a Spanish flu epidemic hits the planet and runs until your 20th birthday. We can relate to that. 50 million people die worldwide in those 2 years. Yes, 50 million. On your 29th birthday, the Great Depression starts. Unemployment hits 25%, and the world's GDP drops 27%. Great Depression runs until you're 33 years old. The country nearly collapses along with the world's economy. When you turn 39, World War II starts. On your 41st birthday, the United States is fully pulled into World War II. FYI, Pearl Harbor Day was last week. Between your 39th and your 45th birthdays, 75 million people perish in the war. At 50, the Korean War starts. 5 million people perish. At 55, the Vietnam War starts. It does not end for 20 years. 4 million people die in that conflict. On your 62nd birthday, you have the Cuban Missile Crisis, a tipping point in the Cold War. Life on our planet, as we know it, could have ended. Great leaders prevented that from happening. When you turn 75, the Vietnam War finally ends. Think of everyone on the planet born in 1900. How do you survive all that? Perspective is an amazing thing, refined as time goes on, and enlightening like you wouldn't believe. I personally am lucky to be standing here, addressing you all today. 2020 has been a tough year for many of us. I believe 2021 will have its share of challenges. However, last time I checked, we're Americans, not Americans, to get things done. And as Erica Hall is so fond of saying, we're realtors. We've got this. I look forward to working with you all and leading the Realtor Association of Central Mass in 2020.
And that concludes our program, but we did want to take one last opportunity to congratulate and acknowledge the 2020 award recipients. We know it was an unusual year and we didn't get to see you in person, but we look forward to celebrating with you in 2021. As a side note, the 2021 process begins January 1st, 2021, and all applications will be available on our website. So let's see who 2021 brings. We thank you all for joining us. We wish you a happy, healthy, and safe New Year's. Remember, stay positive, test negative.